Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Your Love Story, and that's going to be for August 2019, and especially for you coming from Libra. So let me shuffle my cards. First, let me give you my email address, which is andyhoro9, ANDIHORO9, the number 9, andyhoro9 at gmail.com. Send me an email and I'll come back to you. Now, the first card that I'm going to pull will have to do with your first 15 days of August. And this is going to talk about your romance. So let's first talk about a new romance that you might find, and is not going to be a very good one. It's going to be a difficult one. It's the card that calls the Hanged Man. Doesn't mean that. It just means that you are everything is that you expect will be the opposite. So if you meet somebody new in the form of a romance, be careful that what you see is the opposite, what you will feel is the opposite. So there will be a kind of a mistake you might make thinking of what you are getting in that form of a reward, as a romance, as a reward, but it may not be that. So you have to be a bit careful. Don't give your heart away too quickly in the first 15 days of August. I'm going to pull another card to talk to you about your ongoing romance, which means the romance you already have right now, and to see what the card says. Well, again, is a card of confrontation. And the confrontation has to do with something to do with cash or money or finances. And so if you already are having a romance, the romance partner may have some problems with you because of finances. So you have to be cautious. There's some complications in here. And the finances may be your financial problem, or it could be the financial problem of your romance partner. Either way, it's a problem from somebody. So you got to back off very quickly. Back off means that don't make it a big issue. Otherwise, you will have to pay a lot, and then the romance may very easily break down. Now I'm going to talk to you about your marriage in the first 15 days of August. Let's see what this card says. In many ways, it's a good card, but it says you have to be more tolerant, because you'll have to take more than you give. That means you got to take some rubbish from somebody. And so in your marriage area, the chances of finding a solution are stacked against you. So don't try to be the person to find a solution. Just tell yourself, I'm going to leave it to my marriage partner and let that person find the solutions, and everything will settle down and everybody will be happier. And if you don't even agree with what your marriage partner wants to do, just agree, because it's all we are talking about is for 15 days of August, not 15 weeks or 15 years. So let the time pass, because the more you instigate, the more problems will come, the more provocation will come. So do that as I tell you, and you'll pass the 15 days with not much damage. Now let's go to the last 16 days of August and see what happens for you. And I'm going to talk to you about your romance first, in case you do find a romance in the last 16 days of August. And, oh, it's going to be a wonderful one. It's going to be somebody who is a provider, which means that person's got money to be able to provide for you. And the provision, of course, means a lot of love and romance going on. So that's a very good card you have pulled. So look forward in the last 16 days to meet somebody who is going to make you very happy. It's a wonderful card. You got to be materialistically minded when you get a card like this. Go to places where you can meet people who come to your standard. Go to meet people who can help you in any area of your life. Why shouldn't you? You don't want to go and find romance with a loser, do you? So it's up to you to plant your direction for yourself where you want. And with this card, in the last 16 days, you're going to find a very good match. All you have to do is to work hard at it and use your common sense. So many possibilities are there which are good. Now, what about the ongoing romance that you have? Let's see what the card says. It's another good card, except that for some reason you feel trapped. So, why do you feel trapped? Ask yourself. Is it the freedom that you want? Is it the independence that you want? Is it your friendship or circles of friendship that you want, which is somehow being hampered because of the ongoing romance? It can happen. This is a card that is very beneficial to you. And so it's a good card. So find a solution so that the problem of feeling the way I've described you just now can be slowly controlled. That's all you need to do. And you will see that your ongoing romance comes under control. After all, it's you listening to me, nobody else. It's not your partner. So you have to be the person who has got to be smart with the advice you're getting from me. Now we will go to marriage areas for the last 16 days. And it's a card that says that you are able to stamp out any problems that come. You are in control, that means. So your marriage, which may have some difficulties earlier, you will find the solutions for that in the last 16 days of August. So you are in a position of strength, but that doesn't mean you're going to bulldoze your way in your marriage. Marriage is a two-way street, not a one-way street. And so with this luck with you to be able to find solutions to make your marriage happy, go that nice, gentle way. And you will see that in the last 16 days of August, you're going to make your marriage much, much happier. Now we will go to, for you coming from Libra, lucky ages. There are some people from Libra who in the month of August are going to become very lucky. We're talking about romance and marriage here, nothing else. And let's see who. The ages, you coming from Libra. Well, this card says, it's a Mercury card. 3 signs are here, Uranus, Mercury, and Venus. That's why Kabbalistic cards are what I like. They give you the signs of zodiac signs and all that. Well, here for you coming from Libra, the ages I'm going to pluck out from here, which are going to be making some people very lucky, are, if you happen to be the ages of 23 or 32 or 41 or 50 or 59 or 68 or 77, you're going to be one very lucky person in the area of romance and marriage, either finding a beautiful one or improving the ongoing one that you have, the romance, or making your marriage very blessed and becoming very happy. If you are not of these ages which I mentioned, it doesn't mean bad for you. It just means that you just have to work harder and perhaps see me for a 90-minute session, which in that 90 minutes I'll tackle your next 7 or 8 years for you, or 9 years. We'll talk about that later. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky colors. Why lucky colors? Because the 9 planets chosen in the universe to look after Earth and to look after us, each of them has been given different colors to control. And so when we wear any color above waist, that's where colors are most important. And when we wear any color above our waist, we open the channel of energy to that planet who controls the color that you're wearing at the moment. So for you, for the month of August, I'm going to promote the color white. Wear as much white as possible above your waist, undergarments, top garments, whatever. Touch as much white as you can in the form of a white handkerchief. And you will see that your inspiration levels will be very strong. Your aura will be beautiful. And you'll be able to attract the romance you want, make the romance happier that you have, and also make your marriage very wonderful. So colors have that kind of power because they open a channel of energy to a good planet when you wear white, and that good planet will only bless you and bless you and bless you. That's the way to do it. Now I will talk about lucky directions. Why lucky directions? Because 9 planets have been chosen to look after Earth, and they've been placed around Earth. And so when we look left or we look right or we look straight or we look back, we are going to be facing one planet or another. If it's a good planet, wow, we get blessed and we are lucky in everything that we do, and the romance we find and the romance we have and the marriage we have, it'll all be wonderfully done. But if we face a planet that's not good, then the opposite happens and creations of difficulty and problems become bigger and bigger. So for you coming from Libra, this card will point towards the direction of northeast. So face northeast as much as you can in the month of August, whole month of August, and you will be inspired and you will make the contacts in the area of romance, which will be wonderfully good for you. Your ongoing romance will get better and better, and your marriage will become more happier and happier. So face northeast and you'll get luckier. Now I'm going to talk to you about an attachment to somebody in the month of August, which will be very good for you, whether in romance or in marriage. And well, this is the card of Venus. And so I will say from this card, what are we talking about? Hang on, Libra. Okay, to Libra. So if you are from Libra, I would say that somebody from Taurus, this card shows, is going to make you very happy and very lucky. Could it be in the form of a new romance or the ongoing romance, or could it be in your marriage area? So look forward, or could it be a friendship that you might make with somebody from Taurus, and that friendship would be very helpful to help you overcome any difficulties in your love areas. So somebody from Taurus is going to be very helpful. Well, this 90-minute session, which I keep talking about, will cost you USD 50, and we'll talk about your next 7, 8, or 9 years, and that's going to be based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. And based on that information, I will be able to give you your lucky colors and lucky days and lucky gemstones and lucky directions, a lot more information from the universe. And I'll be able to give you your lucky lottery numbers. I'll show you how to get into the supernatural side of you. We all have that. It's a question of learning how to get there and to be able to get the supernatural support that we need to get the success in love, in romance. So I'll show you that as well. So send me that email at andyhoro9, ANDIHORO9, the number 9 at gmail.com, and I'll reply to you as soon as I can. Until then, I wish you a good month of August and that your love story may be wonderful. Thank you and goodbye.